Have you ever felt like you're playing a game, but you don't know the rules? Like everyone else got a secret manual on how to navigate life, work, and relationships, but you were left out? Well, today, we're diving deep into that very manual. We're talking about Robert Greene's controversial masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power. Now, before we jump in, a quick disclaimer. This book isn't about being a good person or making friends. It's a cold, hard look at power dynamics throughout history. Some call it a guide to manipulation, others see it as a defensive playbook against those who would try to control them. We're not here to judge, we're here to understand. Because whether you want to play the game or just protect yourself from the players, you need to know the rules. So, what exactly are these laws? Greene spent years studying the lives of history's most powerful figures, from Machivelli and Sun Tzu to Queen Elizabeth I and Henry Kissinger. He distilled their strategies into 48 timeless principles. Today, we're not just going to list them. We're going to break down the core ideas, explore the dark psychology behind them, and discuss how they show up in our modern world, from the boardroom to your social media feed. Let's start with one of the most famous and misunderstood laws. Law 1. Never outshine the master. This isn't about being mediocre. It's about strategic humility. When you make your superiors feel insecure, you become a target. Think about it. You just started a new job, and you have a brilliant idea that could save the company millions. If you present it in a way that makes your boss look incompetent, you might get a pat on the back, but you've also made a powerful enemy. The smart play: make your boss look brilliant for discovering your talent. Let them present the idea as their own. You gain a powerful ally, and your good work will eventually be recognized. It's about playing the long game. This ties directly into another crucial law. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Have you ever won an argument, but lost the relationship? Exactly. Arguing with people rarely changes their mind. It just puts them on the defensive and bruises their ego. Instead of telling someone they're wrong, show them a better way. Demonstrate your point through successful actions. The results will speak for themselves, and you'll avoid creating unnecessary resentment. It's the difference between being right and being effective. Now, let's get a little darker with Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. This sounds brutal, right? But Greene's logic is based on historical patterns. If you leave a defeated enemy with even a spark of hope or a single resource, they will use it to regroup and seek revenge. He argues that half measures create bigger problems down the line. In a business context, this could mean completely out-innovating a competitor so they're no longer a threat, rather than just slightly outperforming them for one quarter. It's about ensuring a decisive and permanent victory, removing any possibility of a comeback. But power isn't just about aggression, it's also about perception and mystery. This brings us to Law 3. Conceal your intentions, and Law 6. Court attention at all costs. These two seem contradictory, but they work together. You want people to be watching you, talking about you, intrigued by you. You become larger than life. But while they are watching your grand gestures, they have no idea what your real plan is. You create a smokescreen of spectacle. Think of modern-day influencers or brands. They create a constant stream of content, keeping our attention locked, but their long-term business strategy that's kept under wraps. They don't reveal their next product line or their 5-year plan. They keep you guessing, and that keeps you engaged. This control of information is a recurring theme. Law 4. Always say less than necessary is a prime example. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something foolish or reveal information that can be used against you. When you are silent, people become uncomfortable. They rush to fill the silence, often revealing their own intentions and weaknesses. Powerful people are often masters of being concise. They choose their words carefully, making every statement count. Their silence is often more intimidating than their words. Another key aspect of power is social intelligence. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. When you feel threatened, the natural instinct is to withdraw and build walls. But Greene warns that this is a trap. Isolation cuts you off from valuable information, makes you an easy target, and causes you to lose touch with reality. Power comes from being in the mix, knowing what's going on, and having a network of allies. Even in the age of remote work, the most successful people are constantly networking, building connections, and staying visible. Let's also touch on Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. This is another one that feels cold, but it's rooted in a psychological truth. Friendship is often filled with envy and unspoken rivalries. A friend can betray you more easily because you let your guard down. An enemy, on the other hand, has nothing to lose by being loyal if you can find a way to align your interests. A former rival, hired for their skills, will often work harder to prove their worth than a comfortable friend. It's about being objective about people's motivations and not letting emotion cloud your judgment. Now, what about the ethics of all this? Is it okay to use these strategies? That's the million-dollar question. Green himself presents the book as a neutral tool. A hammer can be used to build a house or to break a window. Similarly, these laws can be used for defense or for offense. Understanding that someone might be using Law 3, conceal your intentions, on you allows you to be more vigilant. Knowing about Law 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit, helps you ensure you get proper recognition for your contributions and don't get exploited. The 48 Laws of Power is essentially a guide to social dynamics, stripped of all sentimentality. It forces you to look at human nature, the ambition, the envy, the insecurity, and understand how these forces can be leveraged. For example, Law 27, play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following, explains the mechanics behind charisma and mass movements. People have a deep desire for something to believe in. By providing a cause, a new faith, and a sense of belonging, you can gain immense power. We see this in politics, in business with visionary CEOs, and even in fitness and wellness communities. Ultimately, the biggest takeaway from the 48 Laws of Power is the importance of strategy and self-control. It's about detaching from the heat of the moment and thinking several moves ahead. It's about controlling your own emotions so others can't use them against you. A concept highlighted in Law 36, disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. By showing that something doesn't bother you, you rob your opponents of the satisfaction and power they sought to gain by frustrating you. So, should you run out and start applying all 48 laws tomorrow? Probably not. Using these tactics clumsily can backfire spectacularly. But should you understand them? Absolutely. Knowledge of these laws is like a form of social armor. It helps you recognize when these power plays are being used on you, and it gives you a choice in how you respond. It's about moving from being a pawn in someone else's game to being a player in your own. What do you think? Are these laws a cynical, dangerous guide to manipulation, or an essential toolbox for navigating a complex world? Which law resonates with you the most, or which one have you seen in action? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your take on this. Thanks for diving into this deep and controversial topic with me today. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to explore more ideas that challenge the way you see the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Until then, stay curious and stay strategic.